What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Realtor Chris here, and I'm back with another video. It's me reading your questions from Reddit. These are popular Reddit questions from the thread home. I think it's realtors and then also home buyers, and it's also real estate. So I gathered some of the top questions that you guys have about real estate, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on these things, okay? The show will be changing every week as we get more people involved, more guests. Eventually we will get people, some lenders in here, some people in the industry, some flippers, all that good jazz, and people who just wanna overall give you their opinion. So without further ado, here's the first question. This one is always the one that comes up. Is now a bad time to buy a house, or am I overthinking it? They're worried about interest rates, layoffs, affordability. Many Redditors say waiting feels safer. So I think I talked about this in the last video. What is waiting gonna do for you? If you're literally asking me this question, that means that you've done your research, you have a realtor, and you've kind of, like what's going on. A lot of people get scared because you're adding another expense to your bills. You don't know if you're getting a good deal or not, or you're just overall scared to buy a house because it's a scary thing. I mean, most people out there, if they're financial, will tell you buying a house is a bad idea. Depends on the person. If you've done your research, if you have a realtor that you can trust, and you have a good lender who tells you that you can afford this thing, then what are you waiting on? Houses are always gonna make you money if you don't overpay for them. Now, back after COVID, when house prices spiked and interest rates spiked, it was a situation in which, why are you buying? If you have to buy, then you have to buy. But if you don't have to buy, you could have probably waited. So it's all about doing the research, finding a realtor. I always tell you guys to find a good realtor that you guys trust. And it's different for every person. But if your lender tells you that you can do it and you like the numbers, then just do it. If you don't like the house, you can sell it in a couple of years and buy another one. It's not that serious. People overcomplicate real estate so much. It's literally like see house, put offer on house, buy house, live house. So it's not that hard. We always analyze real estate. It makes me laugh so much. This is question number 2. The listing that hid the basement. This house looked perfect online until buyers saw the basement. This listing had no basement photos. Buyer later discovered a nightmare space. Okay, so here's an interesting fact. Before 1970, most Colorado houses didn't even have a basement. It was added later. The architecture behind basements was growing families and also need for more space. So a lot of houses before 1970s didn't even have basements, and if they had basements, they were added later, meaning finished basements, I guess I would say. So you got to so let me put this. So as a realtor, if my basement sucks, I'm not putting the photos on there. That's just common sense. My job as the realtor is to bring people into your house. It is not job as a realtor is to bring you buyers and have people give you the exposure to look at a house. I cannot physically hold somebody down with a gun to their head and be like, you have to buy this house or else. That is not our job, and that's not something we can do. Our job is to bring you a willing and able buyer. If your basement looks like crap, why the hell would I put it in my photos? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and hide that basement as much as I can, because by the off chance somebody might still like the house if they come and see it and they have a crappy basement. So I give the realtor a little bit of bail. Is it a little bit misleading? Yes. But at the same time, I've seen worse. I've seen houses where it says it's a 2-bedroom townhome and it's actually a 1.5-bedroom townhome where the sink and the toilet are in the main bedroom. No closet, no doors or anything. So I give the realtor a little bit, grace here, because I've seen crappy houses and it ain't always your fault. Yes, it is wrong, it is bad, but at the same time, a lot of realtors will kind of, tweak things to make it appealing for you to come look at, and then it's up to you to decide if you want it or not. A lot of times you'll see photos of houses and they look way worse online, and then when you see them in person, you're like, this is a beautiful house. These pictures do not do justice. So that's why you can't always bank on the photos. You have to look at things like square footage, rooms, basement size, all that stuff, because if you look on the MLS, it'll tell you it had a basement. It just probably didn't have any photos of it. So tell your realtor to look more closely next time. Well, I like this question a lot. It says, what do you wish you knew before buying your first home? And these are the common answers that they said. What are some maintenance costs, closing costs, emotional stress? It says many buyers shocked the mortgage isn't the biggest expense. So one thing I want to say is that if you buy an older house, expect surprise repairs. Surprise, because those old houses are old and they don't hold up as well just because they're older. And I don't mean old like 10 years. I mean like 1915, like 1920. That's old. Even 1960 might be outdated, but it ain't old. I mean, 1970 is like a nice, strong, mature woman, She's been through some things, She's callous, but that's kind of the wrong word. But she just is very experienced. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for that one in the comments. I know that already. But when it comes to real estate, like I said, it's not that hard of a process, but it can become very confusing and stressful if you don't have the right people in your corner. A lot of people don't know things like closing costs, that your insurance has to be prepaid at closing, HOA fees, sometimes those are charged to you during closing, and then also like how to even change an air filter. So the good thing about having a real estate agent is somebody you can trust is that they can tell you these things, or they can answer any questions even after closing. Because a lot of times, people will ask me like, hey, how do you hang this TV? And I'll say, this is the mount I use, this is what I recommend doing, hey, let me just come over and help you do it. I mean, that's why I feel like I am, the best for my clients, because I'll go above and beyond and I'll do anything for my clients, except for, get my officiating license and marry you. That's a little extreme, but I'll do a lot of things for my clients. So the trust that they have for me is which makes me a good agent. So that's why it's always important to get somebody you trust, and then focus on what means the most to you. Is it the monthly payment? Is it, your down payment? Whatever that could be, what could make you stressful, and that needs to be addressed so you're not as stressful, Relax, bro. Last question, but not the least question. How do you really know if the house is right before buying it? It's got to be a gut feeling. Like a lot of times, like there's a wizard and the wizard will cast a spell on you, and that'll make you fall in love with the house. I don't know, dude, I'm tired, okay? I can't really make good jokes right now, but I think most people know after they go see the house and after they talk, amongst other people, and you start to visualize the house like, like it's kind of like a weird, like unconscious, like third eye kind of like feeling. Like every time I see a client and I know that they love the house, they always say like, I could put my bed here, I could put my dresser here, this is cool, man. I got like the little room here for my PlayStation. It's always like a feeling that they get. It's always like them starting to visualize stuff without it even happening. I mean, you just know, because a lot of times you'll make up excuses for why the house isn't right for you. Like, oh, it smells bad, or like, oh, like the ceiling is too low. So, I mean, you kind of know it's kind of a subconscious feeling that you have. And plus, if you have somebody who's with you, they can help you walk through these things too. So I think most people understand that houses aren't going to be perfect, but I think most people can make it work if they like the house. It's amazing what you see, like somebody go from like, I hate this house completely, to we walk into 2 houses later and they're like, I love this house. It's amazing. Just the ceilings and what I can do with it, and I can put my own spin to it. But one thing I want to say is that everybody hates carpet. Nobody ever loves the carpet that's in the house. I've never once had somebody be like, yo, this carpet is legit. I want to keep the color. It's always like, I want to change the floors. I find that kind of interesting. So anyways, this is a quicker video, guys. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments below, or DM me, or hit me up on Instagram, Facebook with all your questions. I want to start reading other people's questions, but the Reddit ones are so good, man. These are real people that want to buy houses and stuff. So as always, I hope this helped. Peace.